Looks like Stump's got to get on very hard, but I like setting it up beforehand, but that's... Hey, everybody's got their own thing, so...
I thought you liked being smart.
I do like being smart. I very much enjoy it. Alright. And, we're getting started here, so...
Oh, already.
Yeah. So if you're kind of new to Tetris Attack, the idea is to get a bunch of chains and combos and send over that garbage to the other side, and ideally make sure your opponent can't do anything. So looks like, I guess, Raphael, Forky was saying, is off to a good start. And Stump is too. 26 is a good time. At least for me, who has semi-lower standards, you know. Anything you can get under 30 seconds is pretty good for these beginning stages, so...
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing that quite a few times. These guys are both experienced players.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, nice. Another sub 20 there. Raphael's side, and Stump looks like he's struggling a little bit, but not a lot of blocks to send, but that's a bummer when you don't have a lot at the beginning to try to work with. Now, I'm not super familiar with these players' styles. They are both experienced, like Jake said, but it seems like Raphael's style is to be a lot more aggressive at the beginning, raising the stack, kind of a la Puzzle League, Pokemon Puzzle League. That's the game I'm more familiar with than this one, but...
Yeah, he's definitely going for just like the classic chain at the beginning. Like he's been struggling a bit because on this Poochie stage he had 3 chain to start out with. It didn't really look like he spent much time thinking about it either. He kind of just went for it, and I don't know. It takes a certain kind of skill to be able to do that really fast. Like just come up with a chain. But I'd like to see him, think of what he's gonna do beforehand a bit.
Yeah, it looks like something happened with Raphael's screen on the other side. I don't know if you're seeing that as well, but his screen went black for me. So
we lost Raphael's feed for now.
Okay, he lost connection. Forky is saying to us, perhaps I should open up chat. I didn't think of doing that. I'll do that in between games. Open up chat for the Puzzle General stream. But
yeah, I'm in there. Forky mentioned it.
Yeah.
Or wait, did he?
I like seeing Stump take this a little bit more aggressive tactic at the beginning here. Just the thing to be aware of is just making sure you don't lose track of where your garbage is. That's probably the biggest thing about being a more aggressive player at the beginning of the round. So.
Yeah, and if you're gonna raise, you gotta have a plan. I've seen it happen in this tournament a few times where people have lost because they raised it too fast at the start without knowing really what to do. Have like a sort of a panic moment.
Yeah, it's not a style I prefer to play. I'm a little bit more of a conservative player, although I have been getting more aggressive over time as I get more comfortable at, de-rusting and whatnot. But it's not a play style I'm accustomed to, but I major respect people who do that kind of thing. Because it's so ballsy. So it's tough to not see. It's tough to not see the other screen and figure out, you know, where Raphael is here. But we knew he had about a 1-stage lead when he cut out, and Stump has been struggling here, trying to keep up with kind of that 30-second standard toward the beginning of the game. So, but it's kind of cool too, because I just think of it as like, you know, when you're not, or at least I don't watch the other person's stream when I'm in the middle of the race. So this is kind of like Stump's experience of being like, okay, I'm struggling here in the early game, and I wonder where my opponent is at. You don't really know. Very nice 5 chain there. Nice little improv there. That was cool.
Not knowing where your opponent is. I can't really think of anybody who does that, who actually watches the other person.
Oh yeah, no, that's not common. Now we've popped back up, and he's a Raphael. And anytime you can get to caves sub 6 minutes or around 6 minutes, it's a good day at the ranch, as I like to say.
So, yeah, Raphael is cruising right now.
Yeah, very much so. So once you get to this cave section, the last 4 stages of the game here, it gets tougher, obviously, but it looks like Raphael has a good handle on what he wants to do here. I feel bad for Stump that he's struggling, but you know, sometimes that happens. You know, you just don't have those rounds.
Yeah, so. Sometimes it just takes a minute to get started. This is only game 1.
Yeah.
Best of 3.
Oops. A little bit of a mix-up of the switch there on Raphael's side, and I don't. That can be intentional sometimes, but I don't think it was intentional. Just where the garbage was. But it ended up working out for him in the end. 42 seconds on Koopa there. What is your experience with kind of this last section of the game, Jake? Do you have like a strategy you normally go by to try to get through this?
I don't really change it up too much. I just try to pay more attention because I know that the computer opponents are going to be a bit more crafty here. So you really have to watch your stack if you're going for being aggressive, which I would say, yeah, I do play kind of aggressive.
Yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about these kinds of games is that people have their different strategies of how they want to go through it, you know. And obviously, you know, the best players out there, you know, to a certain extent you'd like to emulate them, but you know, you kind of got to feel your own way too with your own play style. Which is, ooh, nice sticks combo. That was that was cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and Raphael's going into Bowser right now. This is super. Well, Bowser controls sometimes, but looking really good for a sub 10. Where Stump's not even at caves yet.
Yeah, his PB is 929, so.
Oh,
possibly.
real good shot to. Oh no! I hate when that happens, when you're on a good run and you just.
The pressure.
It looks like he's recovering pretty well, though. At least we'll see how this drop lands. But oh no! He might have missed PB here, but still in good shape for sub 10, depending on how this plays out. Oh. My bad. Apparently we're not supposed to talk about PBs early. I did not realize this was a commentator and or Forky rule, but yeah, that was definitely PB pace. No, Bowser, why?
Oh, it was Forky. You can blame
okay.
Forky for that one.
Oh, that's a Forky
That
thing,
wasn't
right?
us. Yeah, Forky cursed him.
Gotcha.
Hashtag blame Forky.
Yeah, sounds about right. We love you, my dude. It's all good.
Wow, Hookville being such a troll right now for some.
Yeah.
Getting that extra move in there just to waste some more time.
This is, you know, unless, you know, Stump comes up with the super comeback.
Yeah, if Raphael.
Oh, here we go.
Times,
all right.
it's over. Bowser's
So Raphael finishes with a solid 1054 here. Bummer that he was on PB pace going into Bowser, but sometimes that's how the game rolls. Still a solid time though, you know. Oh, 15-second piranha. That's must feel so good after struggling earlier on.
What a great pose Bowser's in on Raphael's side.
Yeah.
I like how this froze.
Yeah. Bowser poses are fantastic.
Stump getting hit with the Hocus Pocus right now. More so than he's doing to Kamek.
Yeah.
Oh no. Kamek is just all over the place, and that could have been a really big punish right there. Kamek was completely down to just 2 lines.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how much, you know, you play this game, and there's still this sense of there's so much you have to think about, because you have to think about your own screen, and then you have, you know, like the next level play is being aware of the other screen, and that is the next. It can be so overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, that's tough looking back and forth, because you gotta know when you can strike, because these computers do like to chain a lot, especially Bowser. They'll chain all the way down.
Wow. What? Whoa, oh no, are you kidding me? Oh my god. He just did a 10 chain on Stump right there. Oh my. Oh,
the
okay.
Hocus Pocus is out of focus. Or maybe it's on focus.
Holy moly, that's just so frustrating. Wow. What? Oh, okay. Okay, he saved it. We good, but I don't think Stump has a ton of stop time, so he's got to be on top of what he's doing. This Kamek goes over 2 minutes.
This lag gives him a bit of time. This gigantic block and all this screen shake. So much time. You can just feel the frames.
Yeah, that's one of the more frustrating. I like Tetris Attack, but probably one of the more frustrating parts for me is all that lag when this kind of thing happens.
Yeah.
Like some people are like it, and for me it's just like, oh, I can't move anything. It can get frustrating.
I like the Nintendo puzzle version.
Yeah.
For GameCube. Plus it has the fairies. I mean, I love Yoshi's Island, but I prefer the original fairies.
Oh yeah,
I want to play as Rhea.
Fairies are awesome. I agree.
True. Oh, finally, Gammy
right.
going down, and pie time. Finally, the big showdown with Bowser.
Okay, that's a solid beginning. If Stump can follow it up here a little bit.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he will.
Okay.
That is looking real nice.
Yes!
Oh, just got him. Like he
Nice.
had the match. The frame. Oh, that's so close.
Oh, and Stump is saying in chat, Gold Bowser too.
He
And
did gold.
that's gotta be, you know, at least you finish your run
Especially
off
after
strong.
that Kamek.
Oh my
Jeez.
god. And I mean, that's caves in a nutshell for you. You can either get trolled for 3 minutes, or you could just beat somebody in 15, 20 seconds. It's just...
Yeah, what a great finish. I
That
think
was a
that'll
very good
really
finish, yeah.
help him going into the next game. Gotta be feeling good about that one.
Yeah. So we're 1-0 for Raphael so far, and this is a best of 3 here in the group stage. As you can see by the little adorable bouncing stars at the top of the screen. That's so cute. This is my first chance to commentate this tournament, so just kind of
No, nice. I didn't realize
checking out
that.
the setup here.
Yeah, it's only been, what, 2 years since the last one?
Yeah. Yeah, I've work and pretty busy, and but I'm excited to finally get in on a match here. See some other people play. It's awesome.
Yeah, we got a good amount of people in this, enough to have group stages and everything. I'm liking it.
Yeah, I think I'm in Group E, which I think is the last group, and each group has like at least 4 or 5 people in it. It's crazy. So
Yeah, big shout out to Forky for getting everybody together for this.
Oh.
He really like reached out to a ton of people. Get this tournament
absolutely.
filled.
This tournament does not
Very well
happen
done.
without Forky's coordination and organization. It's just, shout outs to him. He does a great job putting all this stuff together and making sure everybody stays on top of it. So
I'm not sure if did it flash red? Okay, wait, it did. I saw on the stream.
yeah, I'm still good on. So I think if I'm thinking from like Stump's perspective here, right? Raphael's is easy. Just have another good run like that. Don't get trolled by Browser. You're Gucci. But from Stump's perspective, I think I just would want to try to get a better start and just be like, look, I had a really rough run, but it's okay. I'm not. You can't let it get to you too much. You just have to go, okay, there's always another run, always another chance to get better. So, but it's tough. Like Raphael just seems like a really solid player.
Yeah, definitely put in some practice time. I could tell.
Yeah. Struggling a little bit here on Bumpty, so maybe Stump's got a chance with a good round to catch back up a little bit.
Oh, that one line really helping out Raphael there. Not paying attention to, what was it, line 2? Column 2?
Yeah. There you go. Stump getting 28 seconds there, so at least keeping up. About what it'll probably be like 15 seconds-ish, but it's good. You know, in this kind of game, you know, 15 or so seconds behind, things can change. So keeping within striking distance is always a good thing.
I'm noticing Raphael has some pretty nice cursor movement. The way he's chaining.
I'll have to pay attention to that. Because that's another awesome kind of thing you can pay attention to, and that's one of the ways you know your game improves is, you know, not only, you know, there's like speed of cursor movement, but also you want to be accurate with where you're going.
Yeah, accuracy, and he's doing a pretty good job with that.
Oh ho!
Very close.
The clear was probably going to happen anyway, but one line short is always a little bit sad.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call that one line short because it was gonna get cleared.
Right. Yeah, I very much agree. Raphael's cursor movement here is really good. It seems like even though I guess his PB is like in that mid-9 range, like he, you know, if he can get consistent runs like this and get better, he'll be a force to be reckoned with if he can get to brackets, which can happen, but may not. Depends on how it shakes out. But...
Oh my god, look at this. This is beautiful from Raphael, what he just did.
That was pretty. That was very, very pretty.
That's the cursor movement I'm talking about right there. The reaction, you can see it. Sometimes the chains just kind of fall into place. You gotta chisel them out. Like he just did.
It's a shame Froggy had some clears there, because that was very well executed. So, oh, and nice. Stump gets 25 seconds on. Oh god, I'm so bad at remembering these characters' names. That's Wiggler. Wiggler, there you go. That's his name. Or her name.
You're not alone.
We're assuming the gender of the. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Twitch chat. I don't know. On my splits, I just call that split Flower Child. So I don't know.
Angry Caterpillar.
I also call Froggy Froggin, who's a League of Legends player. So I don't know. I'm not good with character names. I'm just good with I play too much Mario's Woods to remember Tetris Attack character names. Alright!
That's true.
Alright, Stump is getting a good solid run here. Couple of good stages back to back. And it's good to see these competitive, you know? Like sometimes when there's like, you know, 3-4 stage lead. Oh! Okay. Alright.
Yeah, Raphael's gonna pull ahead a little bit here.
Yeah.
Not quite the same pace as the last run, but it's still decent, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no! I think. Oh no, Stump lost there.
That's a KO for Stump.
Oh, that's so disappointing. He was catching up so well, and this is a chance for Raphael to really open up a lead here.
Lunchfish barely stacking down in time for that. Just
Yeah.
enough stop time.
Gotta be careful of this right column though. Because sometimes if if you're a player who isn't quite as, I don't want to say able, but just isn't as strong as at your kind of watching the other side game, sometimes you see that garbage and you don't know how high it goes up, and when you leave a column like that, you're risking just losing right out, which would not be good at all. But it looks like Raphael's struggling a little bit here with lungefish. And if Stump gets a good lungefish, he's right back in it. So,
what do you call this guy on your splits?
What do I call this guy in my splits? Let me check.
Lips
That'd be
McGee.
interesting. Let me look. I just call him Fish.
I was just curious.
Yeah. It's just
Raphael
I don't know, man.
getting through at 136.
Yeah.
Still about a stage lead here.
Yeah. Not every run can be a PB caliber run, or else you'd always get PBs, and then
You'd eventually just get it down to 1 second, and then what would be the point?
But at least I like that it's a lot closer this time, because when Raphael last race was on Raphael, Stump was still on Froggy, and at least now Stump has the opportunity with a couple of good stages to catch right back up.
For sure, and he's doing a fair job of it right now as he gets through lungefish in 1 minute 24 seconds. Raphael still battling himself.
Yeah. Good point. Ooh, okay. Oh,
Could
no!
be Stump's time.
He lost to Raphael. This is Stump's chance
Raphael
to catch
lost
up
to
right
himself.
Here. Oh my god.
Stump, go. This is your time to shine.
This is your time to shine, my dude.
Did not see that one coming. The way
Me
that
neither.
Raphael has been playing.
Very, very well, and that was super surprising there. But Stump is struggling here, but if he can get a good set of chains. Oh man, that's risky. Oh, that's so risky, dude. I just get so anxious when these stacks are so high. I'm no good with this aggressive stuff.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, there's aggressive, and then there's like, holy crap, I'm scared.
Yeah, the blocks have stopped moving. They've frozen in time. It's time to panic.
Yeah. Oh, and a 107 on Raphael's side here gets past and dodges the window he left for Stump here.
Yes, I'm starting to see those metal blocks. I forgot those existed in this game, actually.
Yeah, there are rounds where they show up for me, and it's like, as soon as I see them, I just go, ah, jeez.
You're like, have I really been playing this long?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to it in Puzzle League.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like, Stump is a very solid player for sure, but I think if he continues to play Tetris Attack, and if he's listening to the VOD back. I think one thing he can continue to work on is trying to get better at chaining without needing the garbage. Because he's definitely got skill with chaining, and just being a little bit faster and being able to see those chains without needing the extra garbage time is the way he can step up his game, because he's good. He's a good player, but you know, he can be even better if that's just one little thing he can tweak. So, and
Yeah,
then
I would have to agree
sometimes
with that.
that changes your 2-3 minute matches to, you know, 1.5 minute matches. So
Not have those scary stack raises like he's having. Like the speed just keeps going up, the scroll speed. So when you raise
Yeah.
your stack, it's like all of a sudden at the top, and you just tap the button. It's
yeah,
a pretty scary situation.
yeah.
But he's out of it now, and we're on the caves fighting Hookbill.
Oh, 34-second piranha. Nicely done there by Raphael. Yeah, that's a good point, Forky. Like, when you're thinking about it, like, the best players in this game can raise their stack and plan out their chains at the same time. But if you're kind of in that intermediate level, like, thinking about where you want to chain, like, before you actually start doing it, is certainly a completely fine place to start. So,
Yeah, I'd mentioned that earlier, that I wanted to see. Yeah, I think I was talking about Raphael when I said it. He kind of just raised his stack without. It didn't really look like he had a plan, because he would go for something and only end up with like a 3 chain. When
Right.
that, obviously he was going for more, you could see it. He just couldn't react quick enough.
right. And sometimes it's about, like, just not being able... I have this weird, like... puzzle league, I don't know, panel upon weird thing in my brain that I think of, where it's like, it's about speed and it's about sight. So part of it is literally being able to get to where you need to go and being accurate about it. But the other part is being able to see what kind of chain you want to set up. And it's the combination of those two together that the best players in the world have. That, you know, and kind of knowing whether or not you need to work on being able to do the chain well, or if you just need to work on the ability to just get speed and accuracy to get to what you can see. And like you were saying, like, Raphael definitely has really good cursor accuracy and speed, but sometimes may not necessarily, it looks like to me, maybe we don't know, but, you know, being able to see the chain earlier is, you know, I don't know, I guess I'm just one of those people who likes to, like, think about how I can, you know, make my play better. So there's always things to work on. So
Yeah, always a good thing to be striving to be better.
yep, and there is 14:49, so a lot slower from the PB pace from earlier, but so
Yeah, he did have
Raphael's going
one-
to take this win,
one
go
loss.
to 2-1 overall.
I think, unfortunately for Stump, that means that he is eliminated, but not completely, because, of course, there's the second. There's going to be those wild cards.
Yeah. It's tough. I don't know how I think the wild cards are based on times? Like average times or something like that. So I'm not sure. Like, these are, you know, definitely solid times, but I'm not sure how that's going to compete with some other folks in other groups who might finish, you know, third and be super competitive in their groups. But, you know, Stump is good people. So I've hung out with him at GDQs, and I know he's, you know, likes to play these games. And hopefully, even though he got trolled here quite a bit, I hope he still had fun in the tournament, even if he went 0-4 in the group. So, because that's what it's about at the end of the day, right? We're playing video games.
Yeah,
we're
but I
gonna have
mean,
fun.
there's also a lot of like really talented players in each group, so
Yeah, I'm hoping
sometimes the draw
we get a
can be a
chance to
blend.
see an overview of all the groups because like I said, I know my group, but I'm very curious as to how the other groups are shaping up as well. So should be a lot of fun coming down to the last week here. All right, 36-second K-Mac. That's solid compared to the 3 minutes and 10 chain last time. It's like, okay,
Yeah, it's much better.
You can lose a little bit faster
No
than that.
hocus pocus this time.
Yeah. So if he can get a strong finish here on Bowser, you know, that would be good. Yeah, ugh, rough start though. And I know one of the things that I don't play with audio in this game a lot unless I stream or I'm practicing or recording. But like the audio cues of like when there's like the panic versus when it's the normal music, sometimes I use that to like see like how well I did my beginning chain. So when I do this chain and all this stuff and drop garbage and I still hear the normal music, I'm just like, no. 40 seconds though. Very solid at the end there. For Stump.
Finishing strong for Stump, and I would
Absolutely.
have to say I have to play with sound with the like. I don't really have a choice. My TV that I play on, the sound is like it cuts out. It plays for like 10 seconds, then it just cuts out, and it'll just keep randomly coming back on and off. And then also my capture card doesn't have the sound for some reason. Like I don't know if it broke or something. But so I can't play with sound for the time being, and I don't like it. Like no sound at all.
Yeah, I usually just watch YouTube videos and grind out runs.
I just listen to K-pop.